Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's noon Logie session. And if you're watching in the replay, my name is Ileane Smith, in case you're not familiar with me. And here at Logie, we like to talk all things Amazon influencer. And every now and then we just talk about like the creator economy in general and what's going on in the world of uh, influencers and online content creators and how we can monetize this thing. And I want to just say hi to everybody who just came in because I had already done all my highs right before you got here. And okay, Andrew had a question before we get started. He was asking about international storefronts and which ones take US banking and which ones don't. And my answer to that question, in case anybody's wondering, is actually a blog post on the Genius Link blog that breaks it down. And the ones that I know that accept US bank account, and I know because I actually got paid from them, is Canada, UK, and I do believe Australia as well. And but there's others I think that also accept US banking. But I do know that one that is very tricky that I'm trying to figure out because they have an amazing um, commission rate, which is United Arab Emirates. And they speak English there. I don't know how to get the payout set up, but some of their stuff is 50%. This is Amazon in the UAE. Their rates for some products are 50%. Yeah. So, and so if you're using YouTube and Genius Link and things like that, because you might be wondering, well, how am I getting sales from UAE? If you're using Genius Link and um, I don't know if Post App, I think that covers UAE. I'm not sure because I use Genius Link. And you will see clicks coming through. And if sales do come through, it would come through that way. Okay, and so let's get started with some news and some updates. And since he's here, I will make a little bit of an announcement. Our friend Doug from Doug and Nikki, if you happen to notice, and for those of you who are watching the replay, I'll let you know. Usually it says Doug and Nikki, Doug and Nikki. But today it says Doug, Review Business Academy. Somebody launched a YouTube channel teaching about Amazon Influencer Program, and that's Doug. And we love him. He's got great experience, especially with YouTube and, of course, with the Amazon Influencer Program. So I will try my best to get that link. Oh, no, you can post a link yourself, Doug. Go ahead and post a link to your YouTube channel. I think that will be great. And so let's go over to some of the slides that I have for you today. And first thing I want to talk to you about, this was reported over in the Facebook group. Actually, I shouldn't say it was reported. It's an announcement coming from our friend Adam. Adam with Logie is letting us know that they found a little bug. And I love this. I love how he is being proactive and letting us know that they found a bug and that they are working to resolve it. And it has to do with when you get matched with Logie products. And for those who don't know, match means that the AI system behind Logie knows you so well and they know what products that you would do well with selling. and you get the opportunity to say whether you want that product or not once the AI has matched you. But there is a bug with the wording of whether that match expired because you didn't accept it in time. So some of our Logie friends had accepted, but the system wasn't showing that. It was showing that it has expired. So anyway, that was the bug, and it is being worked on. So I just want everyone who didn't see that post from Adam to know that it is definitely something that is being worked on. So if anybody wants to share some of their experience with that, you feel free to go ahead. And Andrew said, yeah, I had reported that a couple weeks ago. Glad they're looking into it again. Okay. And Latoya said, awesome. I had this happen and now the AI doesn't match me. Okay, Latoya, see, I'm glad I brought it up then. Yeah. Oh, Heather said, I did see that post. I was matched last week a product and I never got the brief. Yeah, because we're all waiting for those little AI images to come through. Okay, Adam? I'm just kidding. It's not Adam's fault, but I'm gonna blame it on him since he made the post. Okay. Anybody else want to say anything about that?
Yeah, I can chip in just because I know the company very well.
And let me think, whose voice is that? That's Ehud.
Yeah, I can even turn the camera on so you can see me in our little kitchen spot in our garage where we build the future. Um, but yeah, so much, so much has happened in the brief world of Logi. We really built an entire back end system to support the AI briefing because we understand that the world is changing dramatically. And you know that it's something that we've been working on for many, many months, but we kind of built it very, very slow. So we know how to do it um, ethically, eth- in an ethical way is the most important thing because there's so much that can be done with AI. And as you all know, Logi always puts creators first with everything. That's what sets us apart from a lot of other software others out there that only care about the brands and their money, and they would, you know, take advantage of creators. And we are the opposite. We're coming from the creators economy. We are creators, so for us, everything we do always has creators first. So yeah, so we thought a lot about it and how to do it. So the first thing we did is we started with the AI briefs just for people who didn't create content at all. And you remember that, Ileane, that a few months ago we started, and only if you were late to create content, then you were notified that you're late, and we wanted to help you. So we started with that AI generated brief. But as we saw that people liked it and it was very powerful, we turned it into a brief that will automatically be generated as soon as someone accepts the product. And lately, in the last few days, we also launched a new AI generated hyper realistic photos. And we worked on it a lot because we know that AI generates very fake images usually. When we try to create images, it always looks fake. It was very hard to make a product look real, especially when you want to have someone holding it and using it. It always corrupted the product, removed the logos from it. A lot of, AI artifacts that are very known. And only lately, with the evolvement of the entire AI world and the new AI models, we were finally able to get to the point where we feel comfortable generating a hyper realistic image of a creator using the product. Um, the reason why it's so powerful, in my opinion, and as you've seen it, and it's only going to get better, it's not perfect yet. For some, it's amazing. For some, it's not as good, and I'll explain why in a second. Um, but the images look hyper realistic. I mean, we will show your zit on your eye, on the upper side of your forehead, if that's the case. Why? Because we want authenticity. We want the real thing. We don't want a fake, glamorous photos that AI can generate because it doesn't look real and it doesn't convert. And I wanted to really capture the real essence of a product with you in it in a way that will either inspire you to take the same photo yourself, or some of you can actually use the photos because they look so real that it's authentic. You're not trying to make yourself look better, or like it's we really worked on prompting the AI to produce the most legit, real looking photo. So the results are, in my opinion, mind-boggling. Really, I have nothing to say but short of mind-boggling. It's really, really wonderful. And some people started posting some of these photos on the Facebook group. So definitely go there and check it out and upload your own photos just so other people can see. And I'm checking out this thread because I want to see your thoughts and comments and ideas because we are fine-tuning it all the time. So the two things I wanted to mention about it, Ileane, is that one, um, the reason why it's not as perfect is because we're very limited in your images, and we need you to go to your media page on Logie and upload talent photos of yourself. So anyone who goes to Logie and on the left side goes to the blue menu and chooses the media page, you can actually upload photos, background, stuff like that, but you can also upload talent photos. Go there, and if you see that there's a duplicated photos of you, and for some reason we had a bug and you have a few dozen photos that were uploaded, we're fixing it now, and we'll automatically remove all these duplicated photos, mostly your profile photo. But if you have just a few photos that you don't want in your talent tab, just click delete and delete them. But the way that it's going to work is that our system is looking at your videos, and if you have your face in your video, we can use that as well, some of the frames from your video. But because we don't know always if it's you, it might be someone else, so we're not using it as much. The best thing will be to go to your talent tab in your media page, upload your favorite photos, and our AI will be able to know what you look like better so it can generate those photos. So that's the first thing. But the second thing, which is super important to understand, is the privacy. These photos are private photos. Guys, I cannot emphasize it again. Unless we will eventually get your explicit permission to use these photos in the future, and we have amazing plans on, helping you get more sales, but we're going to talk about in the future. These photos that you're getting are only for you to see. Nobody sees these photos unless you will give us permission to. Um, Only you can see it. And you're the one to decide, do you want to use it or not? If you delete that email, nobody will ever see that photo again. Okay, so just remember that. That's about privacy, because I want you all to understand that, as you know, I take privacy like more than anyone else. So I just wanted you to remember that very important note. Those photos are private and they are yours. And if you decide to use them, that's amazing. If you decide not to use it, just delete that email and that's it. That photo will never be popping up anywhere again. So that's the second thing. And the third thing, which actually, pulls us back to the conversation, is that because of all this back-end push that we were building, and soon you're going to be able to go to your matches page on Logie and click on the brief, and it will open up that exact brief with the image, and you'll be able to generate more photos, and you'll be able to edit that brief for your own needs and add notes. We're building so much around it that, unlike other companies that just say, hey, that's a product, here's a brief, and it's a one brief fits all, Logie is hyper personalized. AI is hyper personalized. Photos are hyper realistic. Everything is very, very unique, taking advantage of AI to the fullest. And because we were building it, one of the things that happened is that we wanted to start generating the AI briefs as soon as you click the accept button. And when we did that, we broke the logic in the backend. So when you click accept, it started creating the brief, but it marked your match as expired, and that's a bug. So that's why all this thing happened. So that brings me back to why this issue happened, because we were working so hard on building all these amazing features. And I just wanted to share that with you guys so you'll know what's behind it.
Okay, I had myself on mute and I was over there uploading stuff in my talent and couldn't find a Zoom window. So thank you for explaining all that. And I think that most folks kind of figured that that's probably where the bug came in at because you guys are building so many things right now that something always breaks when when there's a lot of updates and a lot of changes. And I think it was about a month ago the Andrew had said, "Is there a way that we can know when the things are delivered?" And because packages were sitting or I didn't know, and it was done. It was like now you can see when things have been delivered. And you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. So thank you. And the fact that guess what? I guess everybody is seeing is we're all getting matched. We're all getting products. We don't have to beg. We don't have to use a template. We don't have to send anybody uh, smoke signals. You just get matched. Okay?
So
So
true. So true, Elaine. And the fact that you're getting matched with products that are more and more related to you, I think that's a more powerful thing because the more brands join Logi, and we have thousands of products we're shipping every single month, thousands of products are being shipped every month, then it's getting better and better and better. The more we see what products you're generating sales for, the more products you'll get from that type of product. And that's just so powerful because unlike you reaching out to every single brand you can find and try to ask for samples and beg for samples, just like you said, Ileane, you are fighting for the same samples from everybody. Everybody's looking at the same products. Everybody's fighting for the same thing. I think Rob said it a few times, and you keep on, highlighting how he says it. That it doesn't make sense that everybody's asking for the same samples, and that's what's so powerful about Logie. You are getting products that others do not get. A brand doesn't put their one number one product, and that's the only product they put on Logie, and everybody's asking for that product. And the next day you see 1,000 content pieces on that product with, and you're not making any money because everybody's fighting over it. With Logie, every brand comes with their catalog. The catalog can have like 30, 40 products. And every one of these products that they ship out will be matched to a specific user on Logie. So you're not fighting with other people on that product. You've been matched. You're the one who's going to get that sample. Other people are going to get other samples. This is just so clean and so beautiful. And I feel like that's the way it should have been. The second AI came to this world, that's the way everything should have been done, And we're just proud to be the first ones that really, you know, push to that direction and really make it happen. So again, the more we do it, the more content you create, the more we are able to know what product fits you better, and the better the matches we'll get. So I'm super happy about that.
awesome, awesome. And I see Terica asked about where we will find the talent. So when you're in Logie, over on the left-hand side, there is manage. Okay, that's like the fourth one down, and there's a little carrot there. Click on that carrot, and you'll see content, products, reports, collections, tasks, media. So that's what you want to click on, media. Sorry, I can't screen share because a lot of privacy stuff is on there. And when you click on media, you'll see different tabs, photos, talent pics, logos, backgrounds, things like that. So that's where you're going to go. You're going to go to manage, media, and then talent pics. And delete any ones that are in there that are not. Like some of this is legacy data. Like those of us who have been around for a long time know that we used to make our thumbnails inside of Logie. Okay. And, that was before there was all kinds of things going on with Canva. And I guess some people may still like the opportunity to be able to make the thumbnails inside of Logie. And so that's what I'm seeing when I went in there. I saw images of my grandson and my friend and Mr. Rodney. And so I delete those because I don't want those to show up on any of these AI generated images. And I know Doug had question about Doug, you're full of questions today, but I'm going to go back to your prior question, which was about how to train that AI. Like, I don't do this type of product. And I know by saying, no, I don't want to do this, sometimes that's helpful for the AI, but because the AI doesn't know why you're saying no, so it doesn't always catch on. That's been my experience because, like, I don't do supplements and I've denied I've said no every time, but I still get them. I still get matched. So,
Coming
yeah, it
soon.
has,
Coming soon. We'll
okay,
add that
good.
that people can literally say, I want to exclude myself from a specific category, and that's coming soon. So
Okay,
stay
great.
tuned. Stay tuned. But
Okay,
thank you for that note. It's amazing.
okay. And I'll go back to your other question in a minute, Doug, because Amy has a question. Amy, do you want to unmute?
Sure, I can unmute. I just
Hey,
want
girl.
to make sure. Hi, I'm new to Logie, and I just want to be able to protect my image as far as videos and photos. So when I upload a link for the sellers to none to the for the brands to understand that I'm posting for them, they understand that they do not have rights to those videos and photos on Logie. Is that correct?
That is correct. And
Okay.
actually, beg your pardon? Somebody else spoke.
Oh, I said thank you.
Okay. Honestly, in my experience, and everybody type in the chat if your experience is different, okay? In my experience, the Logie brands are the ones that are the most educated, the most well behaved. I've never, in the 3.5 years I've been in this community, never has any Logie brand stole someone's content. Not that I'm aware of. And I know Ehud, he's shaking his head,
Yeah,
but
no, no, it's
I
true.
just want you to know, coming from a user, okay, Logie's brands are the best. Well, for one thing, Stas onboards them, and anybody knows Stas is thorough. Okay, so he makes sure that they know what they can and cannot do, and the reason why we're posting those links. We're just posting those content links. If you post something on Facebook or you put it on your blog or Instagram it's just to let them see this is all the content that we're creating for you and for your product. It is not saying, here you go, you can use this. No. Hecky, no. Go ahead, Ehud.
I love it. I love it. So I would talk about the fact that we had a bad actor before. So it's true that there are bad actors. I'm going to talk about it for a few seconds. I'm going to talk about the fact that that uploading your content is actually working in your favor in an amazing way. So I'm going to talk about that for a few seconds, and then I'm going to talk about the licensing part that's already in beta. And we have a few creators that already started making hundreds of dollars just by licensing their content on Logie, but it is a beta program and it will be released once we fine tune it. So the first thing we wanted to mention is that what was the first thing? Remind me. The content. That's why I mentioned it so I don't forget.
Yeah, about the content, making sure that the brands know that that content is not for them to use.
Yeah, that we had a bad actor, right? So the first thing I wanted to mention is that we did have a bad actor, and they used the videos on their product listing. We were able to immediately notify them and tell them, listen, guys, the reason why you cannot use the videos that our creators are using is because that's how our creators are making most of their money, by making those commissions from you and from Amazon. And by you taking that video away from them and using it on your own platforms, you're leeching their ability to, make a living and make more money. And also you're taking away their passion to create more content for you because they feel like it's unfair. We are not trying to be a cheap venue for brands to find creators. Logie is far, far, far from that. That's why we don't have 1 billion campaigns on our system like others that just have all these very low quality and Chinese and, just people flooding the system with 1 million of the same campaign, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Logie is a very exclusive platform, and we're keeping ourselves this way, even if we're losing a lot of brands. We're only taking the best. And when we're taking the serious brands, they pay us a lot of money. And when they pay us a lot of money, they take us more seriously. So in our terms of service, and you're all invited to check it out in logie.ai/legal, you will be able to see that we're explicitly explaining that only creators can publish their content on their channels. And a creator's channel is anything that is your channel. It could be your YouTube page, YouTube channel. It could be your Amazon Live channel. It could be any channel that you have. But as long as you have control over that content on your channels, you're able to monetize it. And we explicitly say that a brand doesn't have any type of approval to use any type of content created by Logie creators on anything but on the creators' channels, so the creators can make money off of it. And that's the rule. And it's an unmovable, unshakable rule that will always be there because we're creators first. Always remember that. Amazon is brands first. Logie is creators first. Okay? So that's super important to remember. So then I wanted to say about how when you upload the content, it's actually working in your favor because the more content you add, the more our AI sees that you created content, the more matches you're going to get. Because reminding you, our AI is very full. It's very silly. It doesn't know how to say, hi, how are you? No, it just looks at your data. And if it sees that you got a product and you uploaded more than one content for it, you remember, Logie is able to fetch content from Amazon automatically because we scrape Amazon's public data daily, millions of pages. So unless we have a bug like we had in the last few days I think we fixed it already, your content should be appearing, your Amazon content should be appearing in your account pretty much in a day or two. But anything that is outside of Amazon, we're not there yet. We didn't create any kind of integration to other social platforms, which we're hoping to do this upcoming year. So we're requesting you to actually add a link to every other content you created, very similar to how Amazon is requesting you to add links. And it's not like we tell you have to, but the secret behind it is that if you do, then the AI sees more content per one ASIN, and that actually puts your score higher as a creator in the system. That means you're going to get matched with more products and with better products, products that pay more money. And the reason is very easy. Remember, we said that the AI is stupid. I'm sorry if he hears me. I didn't mean that you're stupid, but the algorithm is very stupid. Why do I say it's stupid? Because it doesn't understand anything but what's going to make things smoother and better. And let's think about it for a second. A brand comes and says, I want to promote product A. And we ship that product A to 10 influencers. And 3 of them created content very fast. And the other 7, it took them, a week, maybe even all the way to 2 weeks, which is the maximum you can do. Now, the ones that created content after the first 2-3 days might have already created another piece of content and uploaded it. And now the AI sees that there's more content coming from that creator, and it's coming faster, and more movement is happening, and there's sales. And it automatically knows how to give more weight to that creator in the next match because it says, I need to find the creators. It's stupid. It doesn't know to think outside the box. It says, I need to find a creator that will create content as fast as possible and will generate sales as fast as possible. And that's what I need to show the brand. That's what the brands want. So it's amazing. Remember that. That's why it's actually a huge benefit. So do it. Upload the videos, to Amazon, upload it to other socials, add the links, and you'll see how it actually works in your favor. So I think I discussed the things I wanted to mention. Oh, and the licensing, yeah, that's the third thing. So we have a beta licensing program, and we already have a few brands that started participating, and they wanted to license content. Amy, that's specifically for you because you asked if they can take advantage or use the content. Nobody can use the content unless they actually pay you an agreed sum of money to license that content from you. And we started testing it out, and a few brands actually said that they want a few videos, and we reached out to the creators manually and told them about it. And we're now integrating into the system. And someone says, "Hey, I want $50 for that video because I'm not making any money from it anyway. So why not, sell it for $50 license?" And some people say, "Yo, I want $300." And we had someone getting $100, someone get $50. Whatever you want, and you're going to put the default fee for your videos, and then you can actually go video by video and say, "Hey, this one I don't mind giving for $20. This one I want $1,000." It's up to you. And then the brands will actually be able to see that immediately if the video is licensable, and they'll be able to immediately process that license payment and get the license for that video. So it's going to be amazing. And I can tell you that some people already started enjoying that, and hopefully it will be arriving all of you pretty soon.
Awesome, awesome. Y'all know I get behind in the chat when certain people take the mic. So I just want to make sure that I give you guys, I asked you to type into the chat if you ever had problems. And you guys did. Andrew said, yes, never had issues with Logie brands. Fozzie McFozfaz had no issues with Logie brands yet. Stephanie says, welcome, Amy, Miss Amy Brooks. Yes, and I forgot to say welcome too. I have not personally had any Logie brand take my content. Megan Hunt, I've always had a great experience with Logie brands. They get educated by Logie. Andrew, I actually know some of them, like Life Pro, will actually reach out directly to us if they have specific questions or collaborations they feel you're suited for. Okay. So I just wanted to, oh, and Amy said, thanks. I wanted to make sure I got those in because I did ask you guys to type into the chat. Okay, so now I'm going to go back. You know, I had this topic in mind for today, but this is our think tank. This is not me saying this is the way you do this and that. Y'all know that. Everybody, well, people that have been here a lot know that. Okay. I want to hear from y'all because that's who I learned from. And so when a question comes up that's not well, aligned with the topic, we take the question. So Doug, he trying to learn all the things. And this is a question that Lane has had many, 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 many times. I had this question too, but I don't want to pat myself on the back. But I can tell you right now, Doug, there's no answers for inside of Logie on your dashboard. There is a little chart that tells you where the different placements, where you're either got clicks or yeah, I think mostly we're talking about clicks and conversions, okay, but there might be some other information on there. Stas has provided for us some of these locations, but you got to understand that Amazon is just so holds things so close to the vest. And at some point, I don't even know if people that work at Amazon even know because this back end was built so long ago. I don't even know if they know. Like if you saw an Amazon developer right now and said, "What is an IVE video?" They may know exactly where it is, and then again, they may not. So the best I can say is um we have to ask Stas The next time he joins us, he has more knowledge about some of these things because he reads that blog that talks all about the A9 Amazon algorithm. And yeah, that's what it's called. A9. I don't know when it's going to be 10, but right now it's 9. And so he knows a little bit more about the different placements and what they're called in that chart. So sorry, that was a long way of saying, yeah, no, I don't know either. But I wanted to get that question out there. Okay. Um, and all right, so everybody's excited about what Ehud said about the licensing. It's going to be great for us, because like we were just saying, the brands with Logie, you know how Amazon, they give us a little training. They show us a little snapshot of what is coming down the pike or how to use a certain feature. But when you want the real deal training, you have to come here or you have to go over to the Oink group or, one of the other think tanks because they don't answer questions for one thing and they don't give you the real deal. It's the same way for the brands. You know, they got a level of training from Amazon and probably a document that says these are all things you can't do. But once they came on with Logie, they got the real training and they got the real hands-on from Stas and whoever else on the Logie staff that is actually telling them this is the things that you really cannot do. And Logie is creator first. Okay. All right. So I think I got through most of what you guys were saying over there. And so with that said, let's go back to I have to minimize that to the screen share. And this was actually something that came from Amazon. They made a liar out of me. No, I'm just kidding. No, they didn't. They sent us an email to tell us what's new. And I know some of you all don't pay attention to your emails from Amazon, or sometimes you just, you know, like, I don't care about that. But let's talk about it if you care. So the very first announcement that they mentioned in this email, because this email came out one day this week, was about something that you can do from your phone that you could not do prior. So you were not able to use Get Link on your phone in order to create links for subscriptions for Prime and all these other things that they're trying to push us for. Now, push us to promote. Now, the good thing for us about Prime and all the other subscriptions that Amazon has, Audible and so forth, is that you make a bounty. And I guess you could say it's a good thing and not so much because it's a one-time bounty. Amazon is going to get that subscription every month or every whenever the person is billed, or it could be every year, but they want to make it easier for you to be able to promote subscriptions. So they're giving you a way now to make those links on mobile, which only makes sense. So there you go. And we had talked about the media list before, but just in case someone missed it, when you go to your Creator Studio now, you will see that you can create media lists. Now, this is really new, like within the last 2 months, that you can put together a list of Prime videos and books and movies and TV shows and music and all that. You can create lists that are a brand new content category media lists. Now, we have done a little bit of a walkthrough, and if anybody wants to see that, we'll make sure you get the link to the replay on that. Now, here's they're saying, in case you missed it, the payments page is now updated. Who likes the new payments page, or who feels that the payment page is improved now that they've changed it? Any feedback on Doug? What do you think about the payments page? Are you used to it yet? You're still on mute. Yeah, you got to find your Zoom window so you can unmute.
Uh,
There you go.
I'm having a hand battle with a 7-month-old puppy here, so that's why I'm jumping
Oh,
around
look,
and
we
stuff.
want to see the puppy.
Uh, the pup the
Are
puppy
you
for a moment is sitting quietly.
okay? All
If
right.
she moves again, I'll grab her and you can see her.
Okay.
Um, but I haven't looked at the payment page.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, it's not
All right. Let's go to the next person that's on camera. Heather. Hey, Heather. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What do you think about the payments page?
Well, I'm not a fan. I think generally speaking, we don't like change. So I'm not really sure if it's better or not, but I don't like it at all.
I'm with you. I
Okay.
resist change too.
Yeah.
And I know earlier we were talking about Australia, and Australia has, I think, was the first one that sent me an email, or that I remember anyway, that they were changing the payment. I was like, huh? And now, even when you go to your earnings page, because somebody bought something from my Australia, but I don't know what they bought because you can't see the item. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I hope that's a bug that, but don't talk to the people in the US because we don't want that happening on on the US side. I'm not sure. Did you have that experience or you hear
Well,
about
I
it?
didn't have anyone buy from Australia specifically. It's very cumbersome. You can't find everything that you're looking for like you used to be able to. And yeah, so I don't look at it as often as I was, I
Okay.
guess. That's why probably Doug hasn't looked at it.
Oh, there's the
Oh my
puppy.
gosh, so cute. A
And
Bernedoodle.
he just wants to play. Oh no, he's like, wait a minute, I'm on camera, so now I'm going to just ham it up.
say hi. Say hi. This is Sunday.
Oh, hey, Sunday. He's like, I'm gonna be an Amazon
Yeah, she's like,
influencer.
I'm
Stop
out.
playing.
I'm out. Oh, yeah.
Okay, Latoya. Hey, Latoya.
Hello, how are you?
All right. What you think about this payments
So
page
I
update?
always say that even though Amazon has all the money in the world, they just don't make things easy for us. And I'm like, did they go out and conduct any type of focus groups to figure out what we want? No. No, they did not. That would have been easier if they did.
And you know what? And not that I'm taking up for them. They probably did do a focus group, but they'll never invite us.
Right. Exactly.
They
Exactly.
wouldn't just randomly. They probably talked to the same people for the last 10 years.
Right.
But anyway, I think that we will get used to it. It's the information is laid out a lot differently, and you do have to actually, they gave us a little bit more information, but it's a little misleading. So, for example, these are just made up times, okay, guys? You don't get paid until 60 days. So let's just say in January, it may have been like the 20th, and it would say payment issued. But no, I didn't get no payment on the 20th. Like, it's not in my bank. And then it'll say again, payment process. I forget the wording. Payment process, like a day or two before it actually hit my bank account. I'm like, y'all just making a fake dates. And it's better than what we had before. Because before it wouldn't even be there at all. You'd have the money, you had already spent the money, and then they sent you an email 2 days later and say, "Oh, we just issued your payment." Yeah, that money gone. I paid the rent. No, I'm just kidding. But so it does, they have attempted to show you like where in their systems that the payments are being processed and now it's actually released. And I'm just making up those words because I can't remember what the wording was that they used, but yeah. I give you a little bit more detail and you do kind of get a heads up before you actually get the money on the bank side. So, and Antoine, hey Antoine, you want to come? You want to unmute?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Of course we can. How
Yes,
are
all right.
you?
Pretty good. Yeah, that's much easier than typing. My goodness. Well, I know one of the things that's really funny is, like when you are trying to reconcile your reports to what was deposited, I actually, thank goodness to Oink, I've been getting some sales from like Canada and all the other places. But there's a conversion that takes place. And it's so funny. I like, wow, I looked at my UK and it had a little number, but they actually deposited more in my account. I'm like, whoa, that one threw me for a loop. So it'd be nice to have some report that they kind of pulled it all together. That's just too much to ask, isn't it?
Yeah, because they all operate separately, you know,
Right.
and it's just the opposite with Canada. It's
Yep,
like,
the
wait,
opposite with
I
Canada,
thought I
right.
met the threshold. And then it's like, no, that's Canadian dollars.
That's right. That's
But the
right.
UK is unique because, and let me just state this for folks that don't know, the typical threshold for a payout is 10 USD, $10. And that's how it is in US. Well, in Canada, it is, I guess it's 10 Canadian. I'm not sure. But UK, for some reason, is 25. I don't know why they're so much higher. 25 pounds. And so, but it converts once you do finally get a payout from UK. Like, let's just say you hit 26 on the UK side, but then in your bank account, you get like 34. Like, hey, your money's worth more than ours. But, like you said, Antoine, it would be nice if it was unified, but we all know that they work separately and they work independently. It's really strange how they're all under the umbrella of Amazon, but at the same time, they don't have the same features, they don't have the same functions, and they have separate teams. And I don't even know if these teams talk to one another because they do webinars separately as well. You could go to a webinar for the Canada Amazon, you could go to a separate webinar for the UK, and I've done it. Y'all know I try to go to all the webinars. And their content is different. Okay. And I told y'all earlier about the UAE with the 50%. I was like, what? 50% on fashion? Oh, yes, Doug.
So now I have looked at it, and I don't like it because I could see 2022 easily here, and it's very painful looking at what
How
2022
much you
was.
used to make? I know.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
but that
but it's a good thing that they
it
are
is
giving
nice because
us.
you can easily go back. It only goes back to 2021 though, which is interesting
Well, yeah.
for me.
I mean, it's still that's a long time for them
Yeah, yeah. I
compared
mean,
to
it's
what we used to go be able to go back
five
to.
years,
So,
but yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's
Well,
that's
that part's
wonderful.
cool. I'll give him a little bit of credit.
Okay. All right. And so, I think there was another oh no, I'm going to bring up this question that our friend Stephanie posted in the Facebook group. And she doesn't mind because I had already asked her. And so she wants to know what we use for. We're not talking about Amazon right now. We're straying from the topic, but it's still the creator economy and things that influencers care about. What do you use for Walmart and Home Depot affiliate links? And she has a site called Brand Cycle, which I've heard of, and I think, in fact, I think I've only heard of it from you, Stephanie. But they don't have Home Depot, and I was just using Benable, and love how many places are included there. And so you guys can read the rest of her comment. So here's my answer, but I definitely want to know your answers as well. And I started using Shop My. I know I didn't want to tell y'all because y'all like, how many things you gonna join, girl? I'm joining all of them. Because actually a a Walmart creator as well. But and Shop My, the home to answer Stephanie's question first before I start talking about Shop My. The Home Depot commissions are really low because it's more like a fashion. I do home decorating and stuff, but I don't know why Home Depot is so low. It's only 8%. But Lowe's, who sells pretty much the same thing you're going to find at Home Depot, is 12%. Walmart had some kind of a thing with Shop My. I don't know. In fact, I had to go through a back door to figure out that Walmart is still part of Shop My and they're offering 3%. So here's my link, and it's a referral link, Ileane.link/join shop my. And of course, I will put it in the chat. And yeah, so that's what I would do. But let's see, because I see a bunch of comments came in. So let's see what you guys are saying. Walmart has a creator program and you can apply for and will have your storefront on. Yeah, and we've talked about the Walmart creator program before, so I'm not sure if Stephanie applied, but I think that it takes a long time to hear back from them, and I hear a lot of people saying that. So I don't know what is. I know we talk about Amazon, right? But some of these others that are trying to emulate what Amazon has done, they they have a lot to learn, a whole lot. Um, is there a way to use Benable as an independent affiliate link on like YouTube, for example? No, you would just be sending them to Benable, and then they would have to click through when they're on Benable. Benable doesn't create links for you, but ShopMy does. You can just create links on ShopMy, and that's why I recommend joining there. And they have like a approval process, but it's not as strict as LTK. And they're not as strict as LTK. And their interface is a lot funner than LTK. So for those of you who were going down the LTK rabbit hole, like I am. Home Depot, you can use Impact. Yeah. And actually, Walmart, you have to go through Impact as well. So Impact is a great affiliate marketplace. So if anybody's never heard of impact.com, just go over there and see. They've got pretty much all the brands that have a creator program have something on Impact. So, and we can do a session on Impact one day if you want. Um, is Stephanie on YouTube shopping? No, she's not. That's and she mentions that in the but she's just started her YouTube channel actually. So yeah. And honestly, this topic actually came up in the influencer fruit um, community as well, because these retailers, and I will use Walmart specifically because I am a creator with Walmart, and so I see it from different places. I'm an LTK, I'm on ShopMy, and they have different rates for each one of the links, and you don't know what the rate is on Bendable. It tells you varies, just like Amazon says varies. The rates vary, but I know that on ShopMy, Walmart is only 3%. But as a Walmart creator, I just got an email. Some of the things are like 11% now. Then I got a notification from LTK. Walmart is 14.7% on LTK. I don't know why. I don't know why they're giving LTK more than they give their own creators, but that's just how it is. And, you just, I'm glad that I'm in all these different programs so I can come back and tell you guys this stuff. That's all I can say. Um, so Stephanie has posted the link to her YouTube channel, and I'll just say it out loud. It's youtube.com at TGOTREVIEWS. T got reviews. Okay, and let's see. I think people are just subscribing and she's saying thank you. And shoot, it took Walmart 8 months to reply to my application and get denial for the program. Yeah, Andrew. Impact or ShopMy. Yeah, and Impact is different from ShopMy because ShopMy is Impact is a marketplace for brands to run their affiliate program. ShopMy is its own standalone app, and you can create links. And even if it's not a commissionable link, it'll tell you this is not a commissionable link, but you can still get credit inside of the ShopMy interface, in their ecosystem. Like you still got to click on your link, even though you didn't make any money off of it. LTK has to be paying because they have the creators on their platform. Yeah, LTK, I'm not sure why they're Do you have any idea on how to get to YouTube shopping? Just got, yeah, Raymond, we talked about YouTube shopping, and Lane is an expert with YouTube shopping, and I can tell you a lot about it. Now, let me tell y'all this. Speaking about the creator economy, you know, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Amazon inviting you to different events and all that stuff. I got this email from one of the folks we were just talking about saying they're doing a creator event in Vegas and they have 5 openings, just 5. The first 5 people, all expenses paid. I'm like, but I don't like to travel. No. But I was just like, I have not seen anyone doing this. But yeah, I'm sure the opportunity is going now, or otherwise I would say who it is, but that was like 3 days ago. Yeah, YouTube shopping. I'm going to put that down as a topic. We talked about it a little bit before, but now I think more people are signing up for YouTube channels, and so it looks a little bit more attainable. Oh, also, they reduced the requirement. I told y'all they were going to do that because they did it when I first got in there. All right, let me back up a little. It used to be you need to have 20,000 subscribers. Then, not too long after that, maybe less than a year, they reduced it to like 15. But suddenly they invited me, and I'm not at 15 yet. At that time, I was around 12. they also had invited my daughter, who was, she had a little bit, she was a little closer to 15, but still, like the threshold was 15, but we got in and we weren't even at 15. So then the last time they reduced it to 10. And I wasn't hearing too much about people that were under 10 getting in, but they probably still were. But now they've reduced it to 5. So you only need 5,000 subscribers now to get in. So I think that eventually they're going to break that down and it's only going to be 1,000. But for right now, it's 5,000 and they do wonderful trainings. Um, I talked about it once before here, where when they do this training, they use Google Meet, right? So it's a little bit more interactive than Zoom, but they literally let you come on cam like we do here and ask questions. Like Amazon would never do that. They will scrutinize all the questions and only answer the ones that they're allowed to answer, which I mean, it's not their fault. They're just people running a webinar. They've been told, don't answer that. YouTube will literally let you turn on your cam and turn on your mic and get there and ask or say anything or criticize whatever, and they will listen to you. I love, y'all know I love YouTube anyway. So, yes. So, absolutely. And Doug, I can't really read this conversation that you have going back and forth with Stephanie. So you're monetized. I mean, you're in the shopping program on one of your channels. Is that the deal?
Both of my channels are, and actually both channels qualified to go to their like the holiday shopping event. We went to California for that, and Nikki's going to Texas for their next event in March, you know. So, and it is so the opposite of Amazon, right? Like the executives are all in the room. We had lunch with the dev team who was developing the technology and and um and I'm sure I made lots of friends because I tell them they have to either ditch Walmart or apply pressure to Walmart to give us a decent commission because they're like, it's like you're saying, it's like 2 and 3% for Walmart products. And we don't have any leverage with Walmart, but sure as hell YouTube and Google do. You know, like they could say if you want to do this, you got to give 4% commission or something like that, you know. Um, and it's one of those mixed bags, you know, it's like you you don't want to not do Walmart because, you know, we all get rated by the volume of business we do, right? So do I really want to exclude Walmart and take that whole big market off my record, or do I want to do it and not get paid anything so I have a good record? I don't know. You know, so you know, I always ask them, you know, they have to kind of represent for us a little bit, you know. You know, I just keep annoying them. But
Thank you. Thank you so much for
yeah,
your input. And they actually do have another event coming in California that they invited me to. I'm like, why y'all keep inviting me to LA? And then they,
they got New York also.
well, yeah, I'm not going to New York either.
They're really cool events.
I
It
know,
is
I know.
worth doing.
But and this just for anybody who was getting any ideas, this is not the brand that I was talking about that was paying expenses. No, you still have to pay to get to, because I've been to the ones that have been in Philly. You know, they call them Collective. I don't know if they're losing that name now or if, well, the Creator Collective was just for YouTube in general, didn't have anything to do with YouTube shopping. So maybe that's what the difference is. But either way, you still have to pay your way to get there. And that's why I'm not going to New York because you know,
New York's crazy.
Philadelphia is not that close to New York, where I mean, I literally could fly to New York if I wanted to, but your girl ain't got it like that. And then you got to pay to stay at a hotel. Like, if I had a friend who lived in Center City, New York or something, I could stay at their place. Yeah. But anywho, yeah. And, you know, those. YouTube shopping events are more instructive. They're more like they have people come on and talk to you and tell you what their strategies are and all that. Whereas the Creator Collective is just like, hey,
Right.
look, we paid for y'all dinner. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Right, yeah. And they have all the brands there, which is nice. So you could speak like directly to that brand that you're talking about that did
Yeah.
the event that's doing the event in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
But it's cool because you could speak to the actual people who are kind of creating their programs and making connections and that kind of stuff. And it's a little like it's definitely it's a little like the Amazon events, right? Where it's a very select group of the very same looking females with pretty white kitchens. I was one of like five token males and 300 very cookie cutter looking influencers. Um, but at least we get five token males there, which we don't get with Amazon. It's like
Mhm.
no boys get to go to Amazon events. But yeah, so it's cool. If it is a great program, and I would tell people that they Amazon, I mean YouTube is really working very hard on that, and as we sit here today, there's more streaming hours on your television at the house on YouTube than all other streamers combined. More than Netflix, Amazon, all of them combined. YouTube does more on the TV in your living room, and they're working really hard to get the shopping thing to turn into a real thing on that. So people should be trying to get their foot in the door in that because future-wise, I think it's a really amazing opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
Anyone else that has experience with YouTube affiliate shopping program? And I just want to state there's a difference between the YouTube shopping program and the YouTube affiliate shopping program. The affiliate shopping program is the one that Doug and I have been speaking on, and I mentioned that Lane is also, and Antoine, I think you've also are in that. And you can promote some of the same products that we promote in our Amazon videos, but you just can't use Amazon. You can use different retailers like Walmart, etc. Whereas the YouTube shopping program is where you get mugs and t-shirts with your logo on them, and your fans can buy your stuff. That's shopping. That's different from the shopping affiliate, or I'm sorry, affiliate shopping program. Okay. So there you go. All right. So I have something else I want to share with you guys because I don't know if you've noticed this or if you've been impacted. Our friend Rob did a video about it, and it is about all of a sudden excluded products warning is showing up on some products that typically were never excluded before. So here's because my take is a little different than Rob's. My take on this is that Amazon is going to be expanding the excluded products. And because one of the categories is lingerie. It's so weird because, I have some videos and I'm talking about undergarments, but it's not lingerie. And that's a separate category. Like one category I think is called everyday bras, but something that looks similar if it's in lingerie, because it got maybe a little bit more lace and a little bit more stuff showing, or I should say a little less fabric, then that would be lingerie. And the lingerie you are seeing when you look up to see like how much money would I make off of this item instead of 3% or 4%, whatever it used to be. I don't know because I've never done lingerie. That it's excluded product. And I think that people are seeing that, hey, I'm still making money on this product, but you can't count Amazon money until it's in your bank account. Because you see it on the report. Yeah, there's that. So I would, I just had a link to an item here, but it doesn't matter. I don't have to click on that. You just know that it's up in the site stripe. You will see this excluded product. Has anyone been seeing these excluded products? Because I also think that anything related to guns, like we were talking 2 weeks ago about gunslings and things like that. Yeah, Andrew, you're getting from a different seller, not the exact ASIN on the excluded list. Not exactly sure what you mean by that. I've seen the excluded products for regular items, nothing questionable, and even on other non-US countries. Yeah, I mean, I've seen excluded items before too. It was like toothpaste or deodorant or something like that. And it really was excluded. It had nothing to do with it being like some kind of a nefarious type of a product. It's just like too many people buy Crest, and you're not going to get credit for that. I guess the same as oranges. Like, groceries are excluded. You know what? I'm not sure if it actually says excluded um on groceries because when you check out on Amazon, tell me if this has happened to you before. When you check out, before you finish checking out, it always wants to make like, are you sure you don't want to put oranges and coffee mate and bananas and yogurt? Are you sure you don't want to put that in your cart too? And it's like, no, I don't want that in my cart. And I don't believe that we make any. Okay, so now I see a bunch of bananas. Let me just click on. Sorry, my extensions make things jump around, so it's about to click, but then no, it says the commission rate is 4%. So this is just as a bunch. Oh no, it says currently not available. So I'm going to come back to see if you guys are posting any comments there. No, I just clicked on some strawberries and it says 4%. So I'm not sure why that's happening. Let's see. What else? Melissa. Hey, Melissa. I saw one for makeup that has a CC campaign. Yeah, these lingerie things that I saw have a CC campaign. Their other products aren't excluded, and I just got a sample from Logie that now says excluded. Yeah, that's interesting. But like I said, this is just my opinion. I don't know any insider information. I, and that's why I'm bringing it up because I want you guys to be aware that, and just in case they decide that, yeah, these categories are going to be excluded, because with Creator Connections and with Logie, I don't think they're excluding you from that. I think the exclusion is from the Amazon commission. But like I said, this is all just Ileane's opinion. Nobody else has put on any kind of a stamp of approval and said, yes, that makes sense. No, that's just my head. Stephanie said, I also had some trouble with images populating from Facebook links in the past few days. I think it's all related to some API changes. Absolutely. Speaking of Facebook, there's another down thing. Two of our influencer friends' Facebook groups were shut down. Now, it's funny because someone asked me about promoting on Facebook. And, they wanted me to give them like some tips and some strategies. And I said, their concern was what's okay with Amazon and what's not. And I told them, my concern is not Amazon. I know for once. It's Facebook. Facebook literally just does things willy-nilly. It's almost like they just randomly pick a bunch of people and just throw confetti up in the air, whatever falls down. Oh, yep, cancel their group, cancel that group. Can't, they'll never tell you why. They'll never tell you what you can do to get your group back, and they don't care. And you can't get your money back from them either, because yeah. Andrew, curious which groups, because I reported a few of them a few months ago for blatant violations of TOS. Well, one of them was Kathleen Coble's group, which I love that group. I thought, I hope that you didn't report them. I never had any problems with it. You know, I, Andrew, that's interesting because I I can't see myself this is me. Everybody has to do what they feel compelled to do. I can't see myself reporting someone's Facebook group if there's misinformation. Now, of course, if there is something heinous in the group, if there's some nudity or some things about kids or something like that, yeah, that's different. But because people are spreading misinformation in Facebook groups, I, I just lead a group. I would never report the group because a lot of times the admins and the moderators of these groups don't have time to go back and say, you know, no, this isn't right or what have you. But if I don't know what was done, Andrew, that made you um, report a group, and if that's what you felt compelled to do, then I can't criticize that. I just say that I wouldn't do it unless someone, like I said, they had to be doing something really heinous. But yeah, and also Nicole had a group that got shut down. I never was in Nicole's group, so I don't know what was, and it doesn't matter with Facebook. You don't have to do anything wrong. Trust me. I know. Here's what happened. My daughter lost her Facebook profile and she was running ads and everything else. And she was locked out of Facebook for close to a year and a half, maybe 2 years. But then she got someone else doing her ads, and this person has like big time accounts that they also do Facebook ads for. And they got her account back. No, we're sorry. No, you shouldn't have done this, that, or the third. No, none of that. They just got her account back. And I just don't trust them. That's why I don't have a group in Facebook. I don't trust them. In fact, I was an admin of a group and I left it. Well, I turned it over to someone else, and then eventually I wound up leaving that group because I was like, mm-mm. It's just too much heartache involved when they just cut you off at the knees. I don't care about who it is. A violation of TOS is a violation. I don't let anyone slide. I inform people of the TOS they violate. If they don't fix it and they get reported, and screenshots are sent to Amazon for them to review. So you're reporting the group to Amazon, not to Facebook? Is that what you're saying, Andrew? Megan said, I think you have to have a $1 million ad spend per year to get a dedicated Facebook ad. Yeah, I believe, Megan, that this person just so happened to be she actually is the girlfriend of one of Nicole's dear, dear friends. And that's how she wound up, like advising Nicole about some of her ads and stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay, you reported them to Amazon. See, and I thought you were talking about reporting to Facebook. That's what I meant. I would not report to Facebook. I don't know if I would report to Amazon. I got other things to do with my time. Yeah, Amazon TOS violations. Okay. Yeah. What you gonna do? I just know the groups that I mentioned. I never was in Nicole's group, but I know Nicole is great, and I admire her. I think she's done a fantastic job. And by the way, she just got her YouTube channel monetized. And I told you guys, she had interviewed me, but she put in the work. She also interviewed Doug. She also interviewed somebody else in this in this room. I mean, she put up so many interviews. So she was collaborating. She also used that collaboration tool. She put up so much content and took so many of those interviews and made shorts out of. I mean, this girl worked her butt off to get her channel monetized. And so it can be done. She had the channel for a while, but she started really, really working on it in the last few months. So if you like want to model something that someone did to get their channel monetized in a matter of months, Nicole's channel is one that you should check out, and that's Nicole R. Vincent. Spelled just like it sounds. Nicole R. Vincent. Amy, Nicole R. Vincent. And yeah. Whew, it's getting late here. Let me see if I had anything else that I was like, I absolutely have to tell them about this. Okay, so there is a new feature in Oink. Let's talk about that really quickly since it's about YouTube. And if you're a pro Oink user, he has made it easier for you to kind of like upload your videos in batches and bring in some of the data. I don't do any of the bulk uploading things. If I did that, then like, what would I do with my time? I spend all day doing everything one by one by one. I don't do stuff in bulk. That's just me. Those of you who are like, record 10 videos a day and want them all. Hey, I'm lucky I recorded 2 videos this week. I'm like, yeah, hey girl, you did good. Hey, I did this. So, Doug, 100%, but it would be a little bit of a book to write it here. Oh, can you share with them? I'm sorry. Oh, I want to take a little credit. I taught her a great trick to get her watch time up to where it needs to be. So when we do the YouTube shopping, I'm also going to make sure that Doug is here to share his tricks. And remember, Doug started a YouTube channel. Duh. Y'all need to subscribe to that. Put that link in the chat again, Doug, please. Thank you so much. Doug Strategies. Okay. All right. So, funny thing happened as I was looking at the live stream tab. It's funny that some people don't know that there's such a thing as Amazon Live, but y'all all know because we've been talking about it. But I went over there looking for something else. And I happened to find this channel, guys, this live streamer. And I thought, what is going on here? Hang on, I'm getting the screen share together, but I had to close out a bunch of other windows and stuff because I got all my Amazon stuff open. All right, so Amazon went to reached out to this person, or this person has got an amazing team and they got some kind of deal with Amazon. He is literally running a game show. This person has they're not a top creator. They got 1 or 2 things on their storefront, okay? Kalen Allen, he's a comedian, and literally, see, pick your prize. And I'm only bringing this up because we know how they put down the ban hammer on so many of us during the time when they don't want us running game shows. But literally, this one is all staged, and I guess they're in Disney. I'm not sure. Wherever they are, they are literally doing a game show live. This is all professionally recorded, and it's actually entertaining. I watched it for about 10 minutes. That was enough for me to get what I wanted to get. But and then they go through the products and you play this little silly game. He picks the contestants, they play this little silly game, and then they can win one of these prizes, and that's the prizes. Those are the items that you see in the carousel. So I thought it was fun, and I thought it was fun to watch. And like I said, they literally just picked this guy. Let me show you his storefront. He's got one post on his storefront, idea list with two items in. But his name is Kalen, Kalen, Allen, Allen. And like I said, he's a comedian. Um, I think when I looked him up on Google, it said, he's a comedian. Fun, fun, fun. And I don't know if they're still doing, well, this says stream live 2 days ago. So the last one was from 2 days ago. So I just thought that was fun. And I wanted to share with you, that Amazon has a game show. Alive in person. I don't know if it's live. No. Yeah, they're playing it live. I don't know if it's actually happening live. I don't know. I only saw the replays. So there you go. And so let's see. All right, so Doug's channel is youtube.com/Review Business Academy. Spelled just like it sounds for anybody who's watching this. And on Facebook, he's Douglas Kniffin. Now that's not spelled like it sounds. Kniffin. Or he's got a Facebook page, Review Business Academy. So there you go. He got his start. Oh, Latoya knows him. The Caitlin Allen. He's got his start on the Ellen DeGeneres show. He has been on Broadway. Okay, he's very talented. Thank you, Latoya. I never saw him before, but
You're
he's
welcome.
amazing.
Oh yeah, I follow him on TikTok, so I'm familiar with him.
Oh, okay. I gotta follow him on TikTok.
Yeah. Yep.
I probably did already because, like I said, I looked him up on Google, and so, but I'll just make sure I do because, I love seeing
It's
that.
so funny we're talking about him because I was just watching a show on a real estate show on Netflix, and he was on there looking for an apartment in New York.
See?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's so many opportunities for us guys. And,
hmm
just continue to put your best foot forward and always try to, you know, be above board with things that you do when you're talking to brands. Because I know a lot of you all are not just like me, who is dealing with Logie, and it's like, I don't really need to talk to brands. But you guys are reaching out. This is another thing I like about Shop My. Oh, I gotta tell y'all that. Shop My LTK. Once you get on those platforms and you get it all established, you make a couple sales, you don't ever have to reach out to brands. They come to you. Like what Ehud is talking about setting up, they already have that all built out and it's built right inside of their app as well as on desktop where I have already only been on Shop My for I'll say 3 weeks, but it's probably more like 2.5. Already had two brands reach out to me. And I made one sale.
and on there, you're doing fashion? Is that your niche? Or everything?
Sort of
Okay.
fashion, but God, yeah, hodgepodge. Because with Shop My, you can put your old content on there. So I've got YouTube videos, so there's electronics in there. You know,
Hmm.
you can hook it up with your TikTok. You can bring in your old TikToks. You can bring in your old Instagrams and
Hmm.
post. But it's really more about offsite. It's not really about bringing people to your Shop My profile. It's about creating those links and sharing those links out. And I don't even know where the sale came from because,
Got
like I
it.
said, I haven't even been there that long. So I'm just trying
Okay.
to like make it so that, certain
Got it.
products I have links for. So
That makes sense.
I hear Shop My is so much better than LTK. Amy, I got to be honest with you. That's how was convinced to join Shop My because in one of the groups where a lot of LTK folks are, and don't get me wrong, I still like LTK. I love the trainings. I love how it's set up. But it can be a bit cumbersome and it is a lot of trainings. Whereas Shop My is easy.
I
Shop
think
My is almost
what's
like Venable, but
yeah.
only people don't go to your page like that.
I think what's difficult for me with LTK is the two different apps.
Yeah, that too.
A lot going on. I
That too.
mean,
And you have to
TikTok,
have two different profiles. You
right?
can't.
TikTok has two different apps, but I only use one side. I
Right.
don't use the studio side, but
hmm the commission rates are almost always higher too. iPhone 95, can you tell us who you are? Oh, Latoya, you got my link to go to Shop My, right? Oh,
no,
girl,
I
let me
didn't
get.
see it. Where is it? Drop it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna put it in there again. Hold up.
Please.
Because it's a referral link. They give you some kind of little points or something.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Shit.
and you can promote your Logie products. You can make links for all your Logie products. So it's Ileane.links/join Shop My.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. And Amy said she just got approved yesterday. Little share with you my luck on Shop My. Yeah, okay, yeah, Amy, keep us posted. And like I said, it was quick. It was quick because they have tiers. And based on how much content you put on there and how many people clicking on your links, you can move up in the tiers. And it's so much easier than LTK. And because you can repurpose your existing content on those platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Y'all know I got plenty of content on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And most of the stuff that's on Instagram and TikTok came from LTK, but you can't post your LTK post, but you can post the Instagram version of your LTK post. Oh, one more thing. Pinterest. Oh my gosh. Just real quick, stay tuned for an email. Pinterest now has this new integration with Amazon, making it easier for things from your storefront. So you will link, I didn't get the invitation, but I saw someone talking about it. But you would go into your Pinterest settings and link to your Amazon storefront. Now, with that said, disclaimer, there's also linking to Amazon, which just makes it easier for you to shop Amazon on Pinterest. That's not what I'm talking about. This is linked to your Amazon storefront, which only certain people have got this invitation, and somebody suspected that it's top creators only. I don't know. I ain't go that far down the rabbit hole. I know I tried it and it was like Amazon. I was like, oh, there's Amazon. Yeah, Amazon link. Oh, yeah. This makes it easier for you to check out right in Pin. No, I don't want that. That's not what I want. Andrew said, I got an email, but I haven't read it yet. Okay. So iPhone 95, wait a minute, who are you? Says so happy about this. And Stephanie said, I got your referral. I will sign up after the meeting. Too much multitasking. Yay. Thank you. Oh, it's Amelia. I'm sorry. It's Amelia. Hey girl. Hey. Yeah. And Amy, Let's make sure we're connected so we can DM each other on Facebook if we get run into any questions or problems on Shop My. I'm not sure. Are you in the Facebook group, Amy? The Logie Facebook group? If not, on Facebook, just look for Ileane.b.smith.
Absolutely. I'm brand
Oh,
new, so I will for sure look you up and I'll
okay,
join.
great.
Thank you.
Great. All right. So you guys stay out for, you know, and it's just an easier way for you to tag. You can still tag. I've done a little Pinterest demo before, but we definitely need to do that again because I see a lot of people telling the wrong way to do it. And even with your LTK, when you upload to Pinterest, you can still tag products. You can still use your LTK link, but then you can still go into the product tagging and manually, you just need to ASIN, manually tag products. All this little integration that Pinterest and Amazon have is just making it so that Pinterest will scan your storefront and figure out what the item is and tag it for you. That's all. Not a big deal because sometimes they're going to tag the wrong item too, right? So just be on the lookout. You got to double check and make sure it's the right item. But just little things that, you got to watch out for because I think you guys remember 2 weeks ago I told you now Pinterest is one of the platforms that people can use when they sign up to be an influencer. Y'all remember that? Sandy said, I'm still confused whether you should be deep linking the Amazon affiliate site Stripe links in Pinterest when tagging products. Anyone know? I really don't know. I can't say because I'm not using tracking codes. I can't say that I'm actually getting sales from Pinterest. Be perfectly honest with you. However, I will say that Pinterest has a different domain for all their sites. So they've got Pinterest.nl for the Netherlands, whatever. I don't know if that means they only show content from users from that country. I don't know enough about Pinterest for that. So, oh, I do think that someone did a little demo and showed that yes, they used their Genius link and the tag worked. Yeah, somebody did show that. Somebody shared that in one of the groups. So you can use your Genius link and the tag will still work. It'll still pull in no products from Amazon. So, yep, use your Genius link. They're not going to work with Post App. Genius link. Genius link for the win. Okay, so Logies, next week, I think we'll probably start talking about YouTube shopping again, and we'll take it from there if you guys have other topics or other things that may come up between now and then. And let's see. Okay, last couple comments. Andrew says, yeah, I don't mess with making other tracking IDs to see exactly where the traffic comes from or on socials because it creates more work to pick and add an ID for each site. Sandy says, I think Deep Link work with Post App works because I tried it, but what I want to know is whether Pinterest will eventually ban me for that. I haven't heard any horror stories about anybody getting banned from Pinterest for if they're letting the tag work. But Andrew just said earlier that that Post app doesn't have international yet. So oh, it's a deep link, but it's not international. I'm sorry. I just realized that I wasn't really addressing your question. The deep link because the person is on the phone more than likely when they're on Pinterest, they're on their phone. But it's not international. And I was answering and as far as international. My bad. Sorry, Sandy. Don't Benable prefer pictures or videos? Only some creators can upload videos so far. I'm not one of I got access to upload a video clip on Benable. Uh, it's a nothing burger. It really is. So far. Maybe over time that'll change because it's still in beta. I don't know that people are scrolling through those videos and then all of a sudden they say, oh, let me click on that link, which takes them to your bettable list. Then they got to click on it again to go to the product. Okay. And Andrew says, I use post that. Also, that's why you need to have one link set up and have other storefronts. I should work. Everything jumps when somebody else comments. It should work out that way, Sandy. I think you just have, Raymond says, I think you just have to put that you are an affiliate and use ad. Yes, you do. You still need to put your disclaimer. Thank you, Raymond, for saying that because I didn't say it. If you're posting and tagging things from Amazon on Pinterest, you still have to put your disclosure and hashtag ad. No, you don't. Because when you there's a toggle that says, is this affiliate link? And Pinterest takes care of that. You have to toggle that on. And I showed that in my demo, but you still need to put your disclosure. You don't have to put the hashtag ad part, but you should still put your disclosure. Okay. Phew. This has been a good session. Thank you so much. Thanks each and every one of you. Even though some of you guys didn't say much, I know Liz is over there. Her wheels are turning. She's probably multitasking, uploading some stuff to YouTube right now. And Nancy, I see you there too, girl. And Megan says, I'm still sick. Oh, well, I hope you feel better, dear. And thanks, everybody. And if I said anything wrong, let me know. See y'all next week. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye, Ileane. And you never say anything wrong.
Oh, thank you,
Even
Ehud.
even if it's not accurate, it's never wrong.
It's never wrong.
We love you so much. Have an amazing weekend,
All
everybody.
right, love you too. Bye.